Melee DPSers can be actually cooked in Midndight Mythic Plus. Now, why do I say this? I never thought I would make such a video, but do keep in mind that based on the most recent tuning so far, it has placed in melees in a very slippery position. Let's talk about it and see what they could do to fix it. Alright, so first of all, if you haven't seen the most recent class changes, I suggest you to check out the previous video where we discussed them. It's been a lot of things happening, but if you guys haven't seen yourself familiar with how the rankings are, or in general the powers to the each spec in class right now, it seems like in Mythic Plus we are currently dominated by range. We have been for the past couple of weeks, and it still goes this direction even with after the most recent balancing changes. As you can see here, this is something we spoke about last time. Obviously this is not updated yet, but ever since then we have seen the nerf to several classes. Let me just bring my pen. The first and the most important one is going to be Unholy Decay, which was the king of melees, got nuked. Well, I wouldn't say nuked, but people are saying around 8.5% nerf, which again, if you look around it, that's actually a severe nerf, right? So we're having Unholy going down, we're having Survival Hunter being nerfed, and that's pretty much every single DPS on A+ tier. I don't even talk about S tier. There are no melees in S tier. And the two base melees on A+ gets to be nerfed. Now, this begs the question, what's happening? What is happening with the rest of the melees? I mean, we see here like Iron's Warrior being completely unplayable. Fury is gonna be at most average right now based on the rest of the specs performances. And Hound Shaman being undertuned. Outlaw Rogue being undertuned. Sub Rogue getting 3 nerfs back to back in a row, by the way. We're having Asta Rogue getting a buff. Potentially Asta Rogue could become a leading melee right now, uncertain to be tested. We see Pharaoh Druid actually ramping pretty good in the rankings, but again fails to do any relevant single target. Something like Sub Rogue. Sub Rogue does good AoE damage, but ST is horrendous. Apparently Windwalker Monk, by the way, which theory crafters were hyping so much that, oh, he's gonna get, look at this humongous buffs on Windwalker Monk, is gonna be so good. Not the case. Apparently the Conduit actually got nerfed. Do you guys believe this? Windwalker Monk actually got nerfed as Conduit. Mind-boggling. Shadowpan got buff, however, which is now going to be the best spec. I'm not sure if in our content, but definitely one of the best specs so far. Not one of the best. The best build on Windwalker Monk is going to be Shadowpan. Sorry for my language here. Frost Decay right now struggles in 2 targets, 1 target, 3 targets. Anything that has to do with like small count, Frost Decay struggles. Massively, they're going to be fine. Retribution Paladin got 30 buff in a row. I believe they're going to be now climbing the ladder. But still, neither of these melees are coming close to A+, where we're having Demolog still being absolutely insane. Yes, Arcane got nerfed, but it's still going to be one of the best specs in the game. We're having Devourer getting 4% aura nerf, nothing in comparison to how they play. Frost Mage still doing well. Aphel is still doing well. Augmentation likely gonna climb the ladder, by the way, one of the best DPSers so far. And all of this is actually ranged. On top of this, Ellie got buffed as well as a Stormbringer, which makes Ellie now pretty good. And potentially we're gonna see like on top of the A+ to S tier 10 to 11 DPSers where all of them are gonna be ranged. This is for the first time ever since me testing classes on PTR that the range are so much more dominant than melees. Now, to be fair with you, currently, the best tank, or one of the best tanks right now on beta, is considered to be Brewmaster Monk. Now, if you guys know Brewmaster Monk, well, Brewmaster Monk has a debuff called Mystic Touch, which increases your physical damage by 5%. Because every single melee is not doing that great, like Brewmaster Monk might not be a great fit when it comes down to playing with melees, just because the range is so much stronger. And here is the irony. To make Brew work in the best possible setup comp, you actually need to have a warrior, because Battle Shout and Mystic Touch go hand to hand. So this can actually make this situation pretty funny, because it might be actually a damage loss to invite warrior instead of like triple caster stack, just to benefit from Battle Shout. Even after getting Battle Shout plus Mystic Touch from Brewmaster and Fury Warrior, some melees are still gonna underperform compared to the ranges. Let that sink in, by the way. Now, if you do play casual level content like 10, 12 keys, 15 keys, you don't go higher than that, you don't push like rank 1 keys, you don't push like 0.1% title keys, I don't think any of this is going to be relevant to you, to your discussion. You can simply skip the video. If you don't not in this bracket, that wouldn't really bother you because you're still gonna be fine playing anything of your choice, as long as you are being a casual player, or like, you know, let's just say you don't try to push the highest to the highest levels. But on the other spectrum, things are looking to be very grim so far for Melis. Now, obviously, a further tuning can come and they can bring Brewmaster down the line, and therefore you're gonna have Proc Paladin and like Vengeance DH and Guardian Druid climbing to the possible meta tank, which is gonna absolutely kill the whole narrative of having a physical meta, right? So that's pretty much the whole problem right now. Now, I offer several solutions. First of all, let's tune out properly classes that are under tuned. Like, for example, Arms 40, at this point, you become the second support spec. No jokes, I mean, you guys can laugh about it, but I played Arms today after the most recent changes, and I feel like I'm healing the mobs, I don't really DPS them. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm popping all of my cooldowns, sweating my butt crack, meanwhile my Brewmaster does more damage than I do. Brew does more single target, and Guardian, Brew and Guardian do more single target than my Warrior as Arms. Let this thought enter your body. I have no idea what's happening. I have never advocated for Warriors that hard in my life, but they actually just need to get some changes before it's too late. Have a good 5% buff, which obviously is going to be a step in the right direction, but just because Devourer is the new spec, I believe Blizzard really would like to make Devourer to be quite much better than Havoc, so all the Havoc players can reroll to Devourer, and Devourer is intellect based / range, right? Kind of a semi-range, semi-melee. So it's really slippery slope at this point, right? I'm really curious what you guys think about this. Do you find this also problematic, or is it just me and my, you know, my wishful thinking, or like my grim thinking about that? Because so far, I'll be honest with you, I'm really starting to feel bad about the range people. Oh, sorry, the melee people. And yeah, so the only thing that you're hanging here on is gonna be Brewmaster. If Brew actually remains the best tank of the season, that's gonna push melees a lot better, because again, Brewmaster loves to play with Fury Warriors because of your battle shout, and you can play Fury Warrior, you can still play Respiration Druid, and you can play any other 2 DPSers. Potentially Rogue, why not? You can also play Pharaoh if you don't have the Respiration Druid. Pharaoh, by the way, unironically feels pretty good. The only bad thing about Pharaoh is the ST. ST is horrendous. Now, I've already spoken about this. Buff Rake, buff auto attacks more by like 50%. Buff Shred, buff the Apex Talon single target proc. I don't give a shit. Buff it, okay? I don't understand why they haven't done so. Outlaw, why the fuck did we nerf Outlaw? Buff Outlaw, please. Sub-Rogue, why are we not buffing the ST? Hey, get the ST buffed. Frost Decay, buff the ST. You know, a lot of things can change here. I hope you guys didn't find this video too negative. I'm really doing my best to get the information out there and let Blizzard know that they just need to focus on builds a bit more. And until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow for every single class change testing, because once again, if you guys didn't know, beta changes are already live so far on beta. They haven't been for the past couple of days, and the testing begins once again. Peace out. 7.5 days until Midndight expansion drops. Stay tuned. A lot of things to change. Bye for now. Oh, if you want to enter the giveaway, let me know. I'm gonna put it down in the comments. Free Midndight Epic Edition, any region. Just enter the giveaway and you win it. That's pretty much it. If you have it, skip it. Peace out.